The right to offend is not some pesky little part of freedom of speech that we have to put up with. It is the heart and soul and lungs of freedom of speech. It is the coursing lifeblood of human progress. It is the instigator of liberty and modernity and science and understanding. What a laughing stock today's student leaders are, that they can so casually dismiss the right to be offensive without realizing that their lovely, enlightened lives are the gift of individuals who gave offense. Offensiveness is not just something we have to begrudgingly accept. Offensiveness is the motor of human progress.
Now broadcasting from the Right to Offend Media Studios in sunny South Florida, bringing you the latest in politics, current events, art, and pop culture. This is the Whitfield Report Live with Sam Whitfield.
But giving offense is good. In fact, it's essential.
Well, good evening, folks, and welcome to tonight's Whitfield Report. I'm your host, Sam Whitfield, here live from Right to Offend Media Studios in the super secret bunker location tonight.
Way deep underground.
Way deep underground. I'm in my author's lair, in fact. So, because I have the money to do that now because so many people were nice enough to go and buy American Inferno out now in paperback and ebook on day one.
I believe that it makes my prediction correct, Sam. This is your biggest book launch yet.
Yes, easily. I usually don't even give numbers, but so far I have confirmed 8 copies that I've sold so far that are just confirmed, and that's not even
a couple of the other people that are saying they're gonna order it immediately are definitely, it's like friends and things. So it's gonna be a pretty good launch for you. Congratulations, you deserve it. People don't understand how hard Sam has worked on this book basically all year. And you put your heart and soul into it. You wore it on your sleeve, and I hope it pays off way more. This is just the beginning.
Yeah, it's kind of been a bit of a whirlwind because I first started writing a version of American Inferno, and I actually haven't talked about this much on the show before. But I actually started writing a completely different version of American Inferno about 9 months ago. And
it was always the title you had too. You floated it around like, oh, I'm gonna call the next one that. And I was like, yeah. But then the Charlie Kirk thing happened, and definitely changed momentum for all of us.
Well, the idea always was to kind of cover political violence in America, and also to cover the media kind of disinformation and the tribalism that we've
basically the same shit we talk about on the show in literary form.
Yeah. And so that was always the kind of the premise of the book. And I had spent a couple months making up trying to make up horrific scenarios that could have happened, what would cause basically a mass panic event,
and trying to avoid stuff that actually happens, because if it gets too close it gets murky.
And then unfortunately, because of the Charlie Kirk thing, when that happened, it kind of served as this event is kind of exactly what I'm talking about, where one side is mourning and then the other side is literally celebrating. And there was so much. So literally the day after Charlie's death, so literally 6 months ago today, then I started writing the first draft of American
But
Inferno.
I want to point out to people that say that you were writing it specifically because that on the back of it, I wanted to point out that your idea had always been about political violence. Because if you read the other books, and I think that a lot of people that point that out haven't,
Right.
obviously, you've been talking about terrorism in all of them, and domestic violence has gotten more to the forefront. You know, because it starts out a lot of cartels and like international terrorism, but by the time you got to like book 4, it's a lot of domestic interest floating around in the Shadows of Deception saga. You got the Lazarus, uh,
Yeah.
you know, there's so much going on involving
And,
terrorism, and that is not surprising because we sit here and talk about the news, and all we talk about is how much we hate the violence, the political violence. Every day, like, well, once a week, we come on, and that's basically every time we see a terrible attack, all we do is bemoan political violence.
and also Andrew Nelson wrote Exposed, King earlier this year, and he was talking about the same thing, how he
And that great companion essay I want to mention that went with it that you can find on Twitter under his articles that he wrote about anarcho tyranny.
yeah,
I've shared that to a lot of people because they don't know what it means. But essentially, the short version is when the cops won't enforce the law, you're under a tyrant by anarchy.
yeah,
No government means that the warlord gets to tell you what to do because who's going to stop him?
yeah, and so he was writing about that. I also decided to write about, and this is one of the main themes of American Inferno, about how a lot of these agitators are paid groups, which we've talked about, things, and so
And a lot of the things that we've been talking about show up in your book, and they're also the things that got us censored for all those years that we were discussing where,
yeah,
you know, yes, it used to be it's crazy. People can just scream about the Epstein files all day now. But if you used to say boo to a goose about a conspiracy theory like mine that the CIA has a hand in a lot of things, you want a
yeah,
wild conspiracy theory, you got to worry that you're going to get Alex Jones for billions of dollars for saying something in the pursuit of truth and also entertainment.
right. Although it is interesting too, because they'll let you be selective about like what conspiracy theories you can talk about and what ones you can't. Like
Right.
and it's funny
And
the
it's funny to me that now one of the ones you can talk about is Jews, like completely openly. That
oh
used to be
yeah,
one of the
yeah.
ones you couldn't talk about.
I was actually gonna bring that very thing up. Like Nick Fuentes loves to complain about being censored, but like half of my YouTube feed is literally like, why the Jews are behind everything.
Not only
Me,
that, we got a fucking Jew that comes on the shows, points out some of the bullshit that Jewish people do. You know what
yeah,
I mean? Because he's honest.
but
Uh,
also, but if you want to talk about like radical Islamic terror, that's still a no
yeah.
no.
Oh, can't talk. How about another one, huh, Sam? I say this now every week. There's another one. This was in New York City, right? Not to mention there was another big shooting and other stuff we missed. But there's every week we come in and it's either an Islamic terror attack, a trans terror attack, or both.
Yeah, I mean,
And I'm sick of having a call for like Law and Order, but these are the reasons you wrote American Inferno, and it bleeds through and how much care you put into it. And that's why I want everybody to just pick up a copy. And maybe that's asking a lot, but we don't ask a lot, and we try and provide high quality entertainment. And Sam put a lot into this book. I think it means more than a random episode of this show. So if you really want to support the best thing to do ever, buy American Inferno by Sam Whitfield.
yeah, I mean, this show does mean a lot to me. Obviously, I've been doing this for 18 years as
But
of
at
this
the
month.
very least, it's like 9 months worth of work versus any one given show.
Right. And the other thing too um, is like you said, there's a new there's a new like terrorist attack every week, and so and that's actually one of the themes. Like I haven't started writing it out, but I'm actually plotting the fall to American Inferno, which I don't even have a title for yet, but it's going to kind of pick up right where this one left off.
Well,
It's
I
and
mean,
it's
in paralleling real life as some of your shit does, it's like, well, what's happened since then?
yeah.
A lot of stuff you could write a spy thriller about.
Yeah.
We laser hijacked Maduro with sound weapons.
Oh, that one actually is that one actually is going to be, and
It
I
turns
can actually say
the
this.
Iranian palace into a crater
Yeah, and
with
by
most of their fucking government in it.
and by the way, I am still not apologizing for saying rest in peace to the Ayatollah. Um, because yeah, good riddance. So, and I hope his
Like,
son.
just because we didn't want an all-out Bush-style war with Iran doesn't mean you have to think that the Ayatollah was the good guy. And if you do, you might be drinking that libertarian juice I keep talking about.
There are a lot of people. There are a lot of people drinking that Kool-Aid, and people who I thought were people who I thought were like,
The thing about drinking the libertarian juice like that, Sam, is what's their letter? It's all the L's you're gonna take.
yeah, big L's too at the
It
at
doesn't
that.
matter. It's funny because if you choose the libertarian path, it's a path of self-defeat in a lot of ways, because it doesn't matter if the Dems win or the Republicans win, you're gonna lose
Yeah.
because you
Also,
hate both of them, right? I'm
also,
better than the dichotomy, says the libertarian. I don't have to choose between slave master good and slave master bad. I just say no. And then what happens is they vote for the good or the bad slave master, and you just get the one that everybody chooses. Good luck to you. This is basic Lou Rockwell shit. This is basic Hans Hermann Hoppe and Rothbard shit. But the libertarians don't even know their own fucking shit because they're retarded. Sorry. Went off
no, I
again.
mean, no, go off. See, I love it because people think that I'm like the only asshole to libertarians, which
Yeah.
is not.
By the way, shout out to Hans Hermann Hoppe, who retweeted me a couple weeks ago saying this shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I saw that. Congratulations.
Well, yeah, I mean, the professor has a storied history, and he's been very gracious whenever I've talked to him via email for years. Hans Hermann Hoppe is an amazing man, and it's surprising to me how many people will sit there and claim libertarian and they don't even know who he is, or don't know who Murray Rothbard is, or don't know some of the newer philosophy out there like Kurt Doolittle.
They
Let me tell you something, libertarians, you could do yourself a big favor. Go check out Kurt Doolittle in the Natural Law Institute. He might
a,
fill in some of the blanks you're missing.
a lot of libertarians don't even know who Barry Goldwater um
We're starting to
is.
get to a point that they're not even familiar with Ron Paul, Sam.
Yeah, which
It's
is
pathetic.
yeah.
It is. They are, and in the name of appeasing these people as if they are some sort of silent majority, we give up so much to make libertarians stop crying that now our society is falling apart.
Well, and I
And as
said
Marilyn Manson once said, Sam, old-fashioned fascism will take it away.
very true. I mean, I think I've said this to you before too, and I know I've said this on the show on my own, but like, but the MAGA movement and Trumpism is pretty much what like libertarian was like 15 years ago. We became the
Because it's
mainstream.
centrist, and like at a certain point when people thought Jon Stewart was a bastion of information and hated the war, it was sort of overlap centrist, right, with libertarians. But the problem is that it's been 15 fucking years. things have changed just a tad. And the center now doesn't like these protests in their streets acting lawlessly. They prefer police to that. This is a fact. The center wants mass deportations. The center wants them all illegals gone. They keep finding this in studies time and time again. 60,
Yeah.
70, 80%. Not just deportation, Sam. They want them all gone.
And the center also
normal CNN polling. Fox, people want a source. Fox News polling, CNN polling, Reuters, on and on. If you ask the average person, do they want deportations? It's not only yes, it's I want mass deportations.
And not only that, but like the center now also doesn't want to, you know, cut kids' dicks off either. You know,
They're not like in the trans stuff. They're a little more wary than they used to be of even regular gay things in public. Say during that libertarian era I'm talking about.
I saw a clip yesterday, and I didn't have time to bookmark it. But there's a clip of Bill Maher is at like a liberal is like at like a big liberal conference, and basically the people there are like, oh well, you just don't understand liberalism anymore, and he basically rips them a new one, saying that, you know, this insanity isn't what I signed up for.
And that a lot of people felt that way about Republicans in the aughts, and this is what libertarians confused with them being the center. If there was enough crossover, look, those wars were shit. That doesn't mean this is the same thing. I'm sorry, I don't feel as damn at all as strongly at this point against the war. I don't like war. I'm always gonna say it's not the best option. However, I did bemoan, Sam, that they were killing the protesters. And they did kill those protesters.
Yeah.
It's really like, how do people defend this? I don't understand. Everybody knows that they sponsor goddamn every terror group they can find.
And also a lot of, I mean, I don't want to I don't want to conjecture too much here, but it does seem like a lot of these voices, like Tucker Carlson for sure. I mean, we know he's funded by Qatar, and let's be honest. A lot of these voices who are against against the U.S. intervening in Iran, they seem to be propped up by Iran, or at least by Iranian proxies.
A realist like me, Sam, looks at what's happened in the Middle East in my adult life and says, if we'd instead of attacking Saddam, Gaddafi, fucking any of these people, if we'd have just taken out the Ayatollah, then we'd have avoided a lot of fucking dead young American men and women.
Yep. And that's what...
And that matters a lot to me.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that have served, do serve, whatever you want to say, veterans and active duty, both. And I understand the realisticness of being in that job situation. It's a job. It's a job you sign up for. It's a tough job too. And getting treated often like shit by the system, by your CO, by fucking the healthcare system when you get home, the mental health system when you get home. And the veterans do not get nearly enough of what they are promised in many, many ways. And then we lose them overseas in these misadventures like Iraq and Afghanistan that actually literally could have been prevented if we just took out Iran then. Anybody, you can deny that all you want, but it's staring you in the face that who did all of these big time dictatorial Muslim regimes in the Middle East go to when they needed help.
Yeah, and also I played this clip on last week's
ever-present threat that Iran would do something to Israel allowed a lot of these bad actors to be much more bold than they would have otherwise as well. Like, you can't deny that Iran is like the centerpiece of the whole fucking thing. And it has been since we, America, the CIA, come in and fucked with their government 50 years ago. Well, it's about fucking time to fix that mistake because it was a mistake then.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have intervened actually the time before that either. We should stop intervening and covertly having fucking revolutions. But if we want to take somebody out, frankly, I think this is the way to do it.
Rain
hell upon them until they're fucking gone.
Yeah, exactly.
And put as few of our boys and girls, our men and women in uniform and out of uniform, by the way. People forget, because I knew a guy that died that was not active duty or anything like that. He was a fucking engineer. He wasn't even in the service. People forget that people, not just mercenaries, but other non-military entities go over there. They're in fucking danger. I don't like any of that, right? And I want to minimize it as much as possible. And I think that they should mostly be guarding the borders, frankly.
I agree. I mean, the other thing too is I think I haven't actually heard of like an Iranian who is actually against us going over there either, which is very interesting, So
that's actually a good question out in chat there if you want to bring that up, Sam. I think that's a very fair question. I don't know, seems to be in the YouTube chat. I can't quite see it from here completely to read it, but it says how do you write LGBTQ female and or minority characters in your books without looking like you're on pushing some sort of agenda? That's fair, right? Because like if you're not woke, you wouldn't want to look like that. But like to just like I don't know. It's like I point out with us, we have friends of all different fucking variations, so writing about people that happen to be a different race, and you wouldn't want to look like you're have an agenda.
Yeah, I mean,
you're the writer.
I mean, honestly, for that type of thing, like I don't really like write those details and implicitly like X person is a black Navy SEAL or something, but I might write something in like more subtle.
Like he says, it do be like that.
Yeah, or so and so went back home to Detroit and was in the hood, or or so and so went into the military to get out of a gang situation, which does happen.
So and so exclaimed, "Oy vey!" Subtlety, Sam. That's how you do it.
Well, I did write Craig in as an engineer into one of my books, but the thing with it is I think I wrote him in as the wrong type of engineer, because in my universe he's more of like a gadget guy, but he really should be like a doctor, because that's what he is.
So Craig is like your Q?
Yeah.
I mean that. Look, him and I have discussed. We both do enjoy freezing shit with liquid nitrogen.
No, you're going to love this. I have combined Shmooly and Craig into one character, and they're both like the Q type.
Oh my god.
I know that's frightening to think of, isn't it?
See, now how I handle minority characters in my work is to be the biggest, most over-the-top stereotype possible about everybody, so that everybody can be mad at once and then get over it.
That's all. That's also how you do it. So
I've been having a lot of fun. Have you caught up on the Max Wolf Who is Max Wolf, Sam? He's calling us dummies. He's sending boxes of crap.
he you better be careful with some of that too. I mean, people send all sorts of weird stuff in the mail these days.
He said I'm not supposed to touch him.
You knocked Tommy over again.
That's right. I'll knock him over. All I want. What's he gonna do? He pushed me in the snow. Sam, he pushed me. Now you getting me in trouble? This bastard. So, for anybody that hasn't caught up on the insane, wacky adventures, Sam, you started this. It's your fault. You kicked a guy off the show.
Well, because he was spurging out.
Okay. But so then he comes spurging out at me in an email, and I just didn't respond because I was, some spurg. And then, like, you don't respond to him, and he has to get your attention. So I go outside, and I see this big dude in a leather jacket, long hair, glasses, beard, and he's running away, and he's laughing, and then he howls like a wolf. And he left this box, and it's addressed to RTO Media dummies, especially that asshole Max Sand. And it says it's from Max Wolf, right? And we open it, and this shit was in here. Some shit was in there. A cigarette. I smoked it. I didn't die. You were wrong. And there was a USB like flash drive in it and a note. And the note said, this motherfucker said he wanted first of all, he said that the guy you kicked off actually died in a tragic bleach incident. And now he was not named Max Wolf. And I was like, okay, so it's the same guy, right? He's a little weird, but I'll hear him out. I read the note, and he said $101,000. I had to pay him for you kicking him off, Sam. You humiliated this man, and he wanted $101,000 from me, or to help publish his album. And now I just got it on a USB. It seemed to be some sort of AI, Sam, and it was country music. And it was like a crazy person crying, and then a song about a fishay.
I watched that. By the way, it was something.
Yeah, it was something. So I put that up. I figured it was good content. The next couple days later, I'm walking outside and to take out the trash. Both times, by the way, I'm just going to take out the trash. Apparently, this guy hangs out by the garbage. And I got pushed from behind, and I fell, and I cracked my face. Is all fucked up. You can probably see it. I got black eye and everything, man.
Yeah.
And he pushed me down, and I cracked my face on this here box. And look what it says. Apparently, I'm a dummy because I had it upside down. RTO Media dummies.
Well, that's not very nice. But you know who is?
And it had even more gifts for it. It says she's nice, by the way. Everybody else but her. And full of gifts. There was like bats and cats and fucking goth shit. And a little gargoyle. And a fucking another one. But this USB, it was a fucking wolf head. And he said, in the note, he said it was a new album called The Wolfman Cometh, which contained diss tracks at us among a song about tits, some fire reggae jam that I like, and like a song about stalkers. And so we put that up last night. It was really strange. And
Well,
I don't know who is Max Wolf. The boss. I asked Grok, who the fuck is this guy, right? And Grok's like, I don't know. So we've been going over the clues, and Grok doesn't know. I don't know. She doesn't know. You might know. You had him on the show.
I mean,
What did he look like?
he looked kind of weird. He looked kind of like your doppelganger. But
Well,
you know
see,
who?
the second time, Sam, when he pushed me down, he instead of a leather jacket, he was wearing all denim and he had a mullet.
Weird.
And he said, "Drop the bass, bitch," which I later found out is like a line in the song.
You know who else might know who it is? Our good friend, Mr. Morpheus,
Morpheus.
who joins.
Who is Max Wolf?
You just said he came in denim, so maybe it was DSP.
He says he's from Canada. That's one of the clues. Apparently, Fishay is a clue. What is a Fishay? Why does it turn its dick inside out?
Oh my god.
These are the hard-hitting questions, Sam.
I don't really know why. I don't really know what a fish is. I have no idea what a fox is either.
Well, I don't know. I got sent an email, and it's probably the same guy, but it was like he said he was a music documentarian, and that he was showing me that actually the Fishay song is an old folk song, and it's been covered time and time again. And it's full of like, there's a funk version, there's like a 80s like emo version, there's just, and they sound live, Sam. I don't know what the Fishay is.
Well, I mean, do we have a clip? I mean, I'm looking at your channel, and it seems like you have like you have one of this guy's uploads. So,
well, have you seen the second unboxing yet, Sam?
I haven't seen the second one yet.
Or hold on though. So I realize this guy's probably using AI, and I was trying to figure it out. So now I have made songs with AI out of this show, Sam. And so you should play off of the short I just put up right before the show. I did it so you could react to the song, Sam. This is my debut single. Do you see the name of it?
Is it show me that P? Is it show me that? Is it show me that P?
It's P. Show me that P.
Alrighty, well let's take a look at it then.
Love to get your input on this. It's the new single featuring Craig, by the way.
Yeah, so let me go ahead and
made himself
okay.
disappear. Showed his book though, which is brilliant. Readers,
Buy the book.
Buy the book, and yeah, available. American Inferno available in paperback and Kindle edition. Audiobook coming very soon, and
I have a feeling this is gonna get one of those famous Sam cackles at one point.
Real quick too, I do want to address Phil, and I do want to address Phil in the chat. Phil, I don't know what's going on with Rumble Studio mobile. It's not working with the new setup. I've asked them to update the app.
Yeah, everybody's having some problems here and there with it for sure.
So, but anything you want to add in chat, I will be more than happy to read, good sir. But Anyway, yeah. So buy the book, and now let's see this hot new single. B, Show Me That P by DJ Max Sand featuring MC Craig. Who yeah, let's see here.
You don't know how to do this. You're like, I do not know how to talk to girls. So listen, you just gotta walk up. You gotta be like, bitch, show me that pussy, then you run like hell. Bitch, show me that pussy, then you run like hell. Bitch, show me that pussy, then you run like hell. No, they will figure that part on their own, won't they, Craig? No, because there's nothing better than sending mixed signals. That's true, yeah, that's called negging. What you do is, what you do, you walk right up and you say, bitch, show me that pussy, and then you gotta run. Bitch, show me that pussy, and then you gotta run. Bitch, show me that pussy, and then you gotta run. And she will be like, I fucking love that guy. For sure. There's a world where a crippled man can smack a woman's ass, and then she turns around and she doesn't know what to do, how to process this information. And Sam's just like, bitch, show me that pussy, then you gotta run. Bitch, show me that pussy, and then you gotta run. Bitch, show me that pussy, and then you gotta run. Bitch, show me that pussy, and then you gotta run. Bitch, show me that pussy. Bitch, show me that pussy, pussy. Bitch, show me that pussy. Bitch, show me that pussy. I'ma tell all you young men.
Well, that was. I mean, if this is why RAM costs $900 now, and we're spending all of this money on AI, this is AI quality. Let me tell you, this is the opposite of AI slop.
You know what's cool is that with the new one, if you get the premium plan, you could actually, I could do production the way I used to plus AI, which is why it's banging. I have a bunch of other like absolute classics already, because their new model's really good if you know how to talk to it.
Well, yeah, that's just like when people complain about me using ChatGPT for the book. I'm not sure that they realize that I'm using the pro version, and the way I use it is essentially just like a word processor with like, AI. It's basically like a writing studio, basically.
Okay, but unless you're typewritering out your manuscript, you probably are using AI too.
Right.
It's in
Right.
everything now,
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
unavoidable. I've been having fun with these. Also, we did a version of Maxine's song. I hope you saw that one on Twitter. That she did in honor of Charlie Kirk.
Well,
I
actually, more so, the death of Charlie Kirk definitely moved me to do something.
It's more a tribute.
But it was more so seeing the people that were asking like how to go to church, how to talk to God, and it just made me start thinking about my dad. So really, I wrote the song for my dad.
Yeah.
Well, that's beautiful. And let me see if I can. Let me go to your profile and find it.
It's pinned, so it's right at the top.
Perfect. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's tough to do actually like something meaningful with AI and have it come out good, but to do like silly stuff like I've been doing, it it thrives off of memes and stuff. But her
Right.
song, it took a couple of really good tries and some editing to actually make it good. Just because of the way this AI will spit it out, and it's like nothing like you envisioned.
Yeah.
But it did come out good, and she got a lot of views on it, which is cool. She's very excited to people like it.
That is cool. So let me share that. So
Anybody want to bitch? We also make a lot of just straight up content without AI to boot, so I don't give a shit.
neither do I. I mean, that we largely produce this show without any AI.
Except for me, I'm AI.
Well, and Morpheus too. I mean, he's
No, his intelligence is real. He's just a robot.
well, right.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I think he got rumbled again. But
Confined to the moon.
yeah. Well,
He'll show up when we need him. He always does.
Yeah, he always does. But so Maxine, before I play the song, do you want to like introduce it or anything like that?
Think I pretty much did. My dad was always a person that if there was one thing that he could do in his life, it would bring people to God. And so I wrote this song based on something that he told me when I was questioning that when I was younger. And I just kind of hope that like his words will like help people if they're trying to find God.
That's beautiful. So
we miss him a lot.
Yeah.
I can tell as you two have spoken of him very fondly over just the few short years I've known you. But anyway, so here's the song. Is there a title or?
Yes, it's called Hey God, It's Me.
Beautiful. Let's take a listen.
I can feel the shift in the atmosphere. My soul is crying and so full of fear now. I feel his presence stronger than ever before, but I don't know how to start a relationship with him again. So I stop and I remember what my daddy told me. He said it's as simple as saying, hey God, it's me, and he will listen. Just say what's in your heart, let his love in, and he will welcome you with open arms. Just let his love in. He will welcome you with open arms. Just let his love in. I see so many others looking to God again. And like me, you're struggling to get back to God's light. I can feel the pull inside me too, and I feel moved to share with them what my daddy told me. He said it's as simple as saying, hey God, it's me, and he will listen. Just say what's in your heart, let his love in, and he will welcome you with open arms. Simple as saying, hey God, it's me. Just say what's in your heart, let his love in, let his light surround you, let his love give you that comfort you've been looking for. I feel his presence stronger than ever before, but I don't know how to start a relationship with him again. Then I remember what my daddy told me. He said it's as simple as saying, hey God, it's me, and he will listen. Just say what's in your heart, let his love in, and he will welcome you with open
that was very well done, Maxine. So
Thank you.
whoever says that Christian goth music doesn't exist, I challenge you to listen to that and tell me it doesn't exist.
Yeah. Or like Evanescence, because they're a #1 charting band and everybody seems to forget that. They are very much
the last 3 decades almost.
Yeah.
That is true. So
Yeah, so we've been, having some fun doing some stuff. Like I said, you can check that video out on Maxine's Twitter. I shared it. Maxine _sand_
Yes.
on X.
and once again,
Oh, and you can check that new single, B Show Me That P, over at the Cringe Coffee House on YouTube.
which is fantastic. And like
I'm definitely gonna take more clips of us and make songs out of them, Sam.
Oh, I think that would be great. Yes, Morpheus, you first off.
If I may, I was trying to watch the show through Wi-Fi before I got on, and I wanted to touch something that was asked about how you write an LGBT character or somebody quote unquote different without sounding woke.
Oh right, I forgot you guys are both minorities, huh?
A little bit,
yeah.
Technically or whatever.
Technically.
And the way even though I'm not a published author, I have dabbled in a little bit of writing. Well, yeah. Well, never mind. We'll go on with it. Again, not a published author, but if you want to write somebody that's different, you do a little thing called show don't tell.
Yeah.
That's right.
Which I think is a good method. That's kind of what I was trying to say too earlier. Is show don't tell.
And I don't.
Wait, hold on. How does that work with gay characters?
I don't like you would a straight couple, just not explicitly.
Yeah.
All right. So if you got a gay character, they better be making out and stuff in your scene, Sam. I'm gonna be disappointed. Yeah, show don't tell.
And that's
you can show without being gratuitous with it.
Yeah, and that's why I don't really have gay characters in
Okay.
in the book. In the books.
Well,
what you're saying is you would be gratuitous with it, Sam?
Yeah, he can't help it.
Well, maybe a subtle,
I mean, it'd be tough to live up to. His debut as an audiobook reader of the most explicit gay pornography I've ever fucking heard in my life.
Yeah, that kind of scarred me.
Yeah.
I do know how you make a disabled character though. You basically make them president of the United States in their book.
Yes, yeah. Nobody knows self-insert, Sam.
And
not me, certainly.
No, we'll see. People think that just because I'm in a wheelchair that it's the self-insert, and that is not true.
No, that's the last reason I thought of it. I was like, oh my god, this is so Sam.
My self-insert would be more like John Ryder, actually. So
no, it's because of the way the president is so cool.
If anything, the crippled president is the more insert.
Well, yeah,
I can see that too, but there's a level of humility that he exudes that is clearly Sam adjacent.
Well,
are you saying I'm not humble, Max?
Well, but are you Sam humble? Is anybody?
No, not at all.
Yeah, it's tough.
But on the flip side, I could see more as like a tech entrepreneur.
Well,
So
I mean, Mort is the tank.
So there is that. So,
Because he could just link up with anything. He could be any piece of machinery, Sam. That's the way we built him. Shmuley designed the specs.
yeah, if I ever do like a cyberpunk as sci-fi series, I'm gonna have a lot of fun. With a Mortis type character.
I
Well,
do that all on this show because there's lizard men and snake people and Andromedans running around.
yeah, totally.
Well,
Spe-
either it's deep lore for the universe we live in, or it's deep lore just because. But either way, there are. And lizard men don't taste great, Sam. They're not bad though.
You're just
No,
not cooking them right, Max.
Well, it's all in the sauce, like catfish, you know.
It's all in the sauce, and you got to marinate that shit for like 2 weeks.
Yeah. It's tough. It's a little chewy, but you get through it. It's got that like juicy goodness to it. Just get you a lizard man, Sam.
I mean, Bill Clinton isn't anywhere near here, so like that's
Bill
not.
Clinton is what I was talking about of the guy in the skin suit from fucking Men in Black. Look at him. When he was at Congress. Hey, oh my God, they had to take the child porn away from him. Did you see that?
I did see that. Oh, actually, that is something I want to touch on, gentlemen.
Oh, he wanted to touch on it. You could tell. His lawyer's literally like, Bill, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Smiling and reminiscing about the good old days when he was doing horrible things.
What did you guys think of the fact that like that Clinton literally said that Trump wasn't on the island or anything at all?
I think that they understand provoking him further is a bad idea.
Yeah.
They backed off of what they had previously said was like, oh yeah, he's the bestie.
Yeah. But I find that interesting because like the left is big mad now because like Bill.
When is the left not big mad?
Good question, Mort.
When a terror attack happens against America, then they're not mad, they're happy.
Sadly, yes.
Yeah, and they should be arrested when they express their happiness for it. You know, hypothetically, if I was president.
I mean, I would agree.
Commies gotta go to jail, Sam. So sick of these commies, they're walking around the streets. We didn't used to let that happen, Sam.
No, we did not.
These motherfuckers are waving commie flags. Do you know what my grandparents would have done if they saw somebody walking down the street with a commie flag?
They would have kicked that person's ass. So
they wouldn't have needed adjudication in the court of law to figure out the situation, Sam. They would have punched one upside his head, took his commie flag, stuck it up his ass, thrown him in a ditch. America, Sam.
They just legitimately punched a commie.
Also, shout out to Joe's Atmosphere saying, "Hail Sam, drive by, like and share." Appreciate that, sir, and thank you for having me on your show earlier tonight to talk a little bit about the new book. So, appreciate that. And Max, I actually sent you the ebook a few days in advance, so I know you haven't had the chance to read the whole thing, but what are your thoughts so far?
My thought on American Inferno is the earliest stage. I think I got through the first 2 chapters before I had to put it down today. you really upped. I said that, or the other day, yesterday actually, I had put up what I thought on Twitter, but it's basically that you upped the stakes and the action right away, and that's saying a lot because Sins of the Assassin was very action heavy and high stakes.
Yeah.
But it's very clear your influences, and it's a strong open to the. I'm trying not to give too much away because we want people to pick it up, but it's a very strong open.
I do want to, because some people have already read it, because I guess it's like in the free, you know, I did more or less, you know, I more or less did recreate Charlie Kirk's assassination, you know, for the, you
Right
know,
out the
for the,
gate, yeah.
yeah, right,
It's kind of a gut punch read, I'm not gonna lie, but it's a hook in a good
yeah,
way. It's in a good way.
yeah, and I tried to do it in a way that was respectful and not like too gratuitous, but at the same time, it's kind of hard not to. I kind of needed it to be a gut punch, and you
It
know,
was gratuitous what happened in real life that you're,
yeah,
using as inspiration for this. I mean, it is a dark story, but that's, to be expected in the Shadows of Deception saga at this
y-
point. But it
yeah.
definitely, yeah, that's why I said I got through, I think, the second chapter, and I was like, I was gonna pick it up tonight after the show.
I really appreciate that. I mean, yeah, I mean, this one, like I said, was hard to write, you know, for emotionally, because you know there was a lot that, you know, that we were all processing. So
Yeah. Well, you clearly put a lot of thought into it, and I am excited to get to the rest of the book and potentially see where you go next with the series. But um, yeah, it's like I thought it would be your best yet, and it feels already out the gate that way. So
it definitely feels that way to me too. And boy, let me tell you, it's interesting as I continue to plot, like,
and
you
my
know, what's going.
favorite is not even in the series, right? My favorite of yours, I've pointed this out, was Night of the Vigilante thus far. But I feel like out of Shadows of Deception, this was not only the best one yet, but like just early on, but it also has some of those more hard elements
Well,
from
well,
Night of
night
the
well,
Vigilante and Blood Ties.
Night of the Vigilante actually does tie into Shadows of Deception. And on that note, like, Jason Miller does appear in this one, and I
But
can
the tone
kind
of
of,
it was more violent and like got it was the pace as well in Night of the
yeah,
Vigilante. This feels more paced like that, and that's why I
yeah,
like it.
yeah. Well, I mean, you know, shit's gotten real.
And
You know,
I'll put up a review. They'll let hey, you just it's an unverified review, I guess. But I'll put up a review as soon as I finish it because yeah, it's good stuff. She wants
yeah.
to read it next. It's
Well, and also one thing I want to point out too is uh, production on the audiobook finished yesterday, and
Nice.
so Doug Green, like, my God, shout out to him. I don't know if he watches the show, because I only communicate with him by the Amazon direct messaging, but he did a fantastic job. He actually went back and re-recorded the introduction I did, and it was a very heartfelt introduction that I wrote, you know, to the book. But he really, I think, you know,
when it
took the,
comes to the books, it's his voice is more of it than you at this point in terms of how I hear it, right? Even when I'm reading,
yeah,
he really
no,
brings life to your words in a way that's pretty awesome. Shout out to Doug Green doing all of the books so far.
yeah, even when I'm writing the books, I hear it in his voice now. So, um, so yeah, so I ran. Speaking of
I ran
possible
so
plots,
far away.
You run, Sam? What?
I know you ran. Oh, it's because you said, "Bitch, show me that pussy." I got it.
well, no,
Wheelchair wasn't even quick enough. Sam's just like, "Oh shit."
no, she ran. Um, after I said that, so I had to chase her, right? Um, but no, I mean, so the Ayatollah's son, I guess, has stepped up, and I'm hoping he gets droned.
Yeah.
Honestly,
So
I
he's
mean,
a junior assahola.
pretty much. I
I
mean,
mean, it's not a bad strategy to just say, "Okay, we're gonna keep blowing up your new Ayatollah."
yeah, I
Eventually,
mean,
Sam, not gonna be that many people that want to be Ayatollah.
well, they're all. I mean, a lot of them are already kind of fleeing.
Yeah, like you
So,
might be in line and you might have a chance at it, but do you want to get blown up by like a 90-ton explosive in a bunker?
I mean,
What if we get the Ayatollah of rock and roller?
I wouldn't, but also like, you know, for all this
What we,
talk of 70,
what we need is one of these Ayatollahs to heel turn on Iran. That's all.
Facts.
well, yeah,
And they'll be like, actually, though, haha, I am the Ayatollah of Americano. And now we're going to just do what they want. You all got tricked. And then the people of Iran who have been under an oppressive regime for 50 years are going to be like, yay.
yeah, but
That's how I book it in my head, Sam.
well, I feel like then the best thing to do would realistically would be to just bring back the Shah of Iran, right? I mean, or his son rather. So, or how about this? Just have like an open election.
Now
Iran.
you're thinking like a neocon, Sam. Let's have a democratic election that we rig.
I mean,
We'll rig it in our favor, see, and the people in
Democrats are good at
Iran will
that.
love us for it.
I mean, you know.
Hold on, quick, get the CIA on this. They know how to do that stuff.
Well, they don't. The CIA doesn't like me right now, so.
The CIA doesn't like me, Sam Whitfield.
I mean, I don't really like them either. They glow in the dark. Especially when you hit them with with your wheelchair.
It's the FBI house here.
So
that covers it because we like them for the most part. For the except for the times where but that's anybody. That's anybody.
King Gravana says we could just get Muppets for Iran.
There we go. Just replace everybody with the Muppets, and just have it be a round-the-clock Muppet show.
Here's an idea. Why not just put Morpheus in charge of Iran?
Because I don't want that responsibility. goddammit.
Yeah, that's the last thing he would want.
I mean, you get unlimited Iranian baddies though more.
Would they be virgins?
Well, there's limits to both the human and robotic body, Sam.
Facts.
I mean,
I would need a lot of oil, Sam.
Well, I mean, you would basically be living in an oil-rich country, though. You would have unlimited oil.
You really want to test that theory, don't you?
I mean, look, as long as we can, export some to the U.S., I'm good.
You want an entire country of more progeny, don't you?
That would be. I mean, it would be better than what we have in Iran now. Are you going to deny? Are you going to deny that?
I cannot, in fact, deny that. No.
There you go. See, like Marco Rubio is already like leader of Venezuela, and like
Well, that
um
in the last week we found out that both Melanie Mac and Gina Carano were married this week, so I'm kind of devastated.
yeah, that's true too. Um, so also,
What am I gonna do, Sam?
uh, I don't know. I haven't figured it out either. So, well, I'm just gonna keep selling books, and because that's what I do.
I guess I'll just go back to my video games.
Well, that's why we do have Bits and Bones on
I
Friday
wonder
nights
what
now.
Kim is thinking over in North Korea.
Well, Kim is like friendly with Trump.
Yeah, Maduro had points where he was too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that actually
Moral of the story: don't piss off Trump.
that
Yeah,
actually
Kim's, if anything, probably going to be a little more friendly with Trump because he doesn't want to get laser acoustic weapon kidnapped in the middle of the fucking night.
that actually is a good question. I actually do wonder what Mr. Kim thinks. Now you've got me curious, Max. What would your response be if you were Kim?
I would well, it depends. Is he a regular guy or an internet
Donald,
guy?
are you and I okay? Do I have to worry about getting my ass bombed?
Well, if he's an internet guy, see, he'll double down, dog, and he'll like blow up South Korea or something stupid. But if he's a regular guy that's not obsessed with the internet, he would probably start kissing Trump's ass a little bit and hope that he can squeak by till the next administration when he could maybe be a bigger asshole again.
Well, he's going to be sadly mistaken though, because either J.D. Vance or Marco Rubio are going to be the next president. Because despite what the Groypers are saying, have you heard this, Max? The Groypers, they've done me a big favor by confirming what I always knew, which is that they were gay, by endorsing Kamala Harris, basically.
Well, I'll tell you what, if he
That's super
decides to
gay.
run, there is a guy on the Democrat side that would get my endorsement, at least as a candidate. I don't know if I would vote for him in the general election, but that would be John Fetterman. And no, I'm not joking. I think he's probably the most reasonable Democrat right now.
I would agree with that too.
I think if you're a Democrat that wants to retake the White House, you need to either get behind him or somebody a lot like him.
I mean, Fetterman is basically their only ticket to win back favorability at this point.
Yeah, and they don't like him at all, and they treat him like a bastard stepson that they don't want. So
no,
and so for that reason, I don't think he will run because he knows he's going to get treated that way. But I think if he did run, he'd be a damn better candidate than anybody else I see with the D next to their name right now.
Facts.
I would wholeheartedly agree with that. like 100%.
On the Republican side, there's certainly a lot of people, obviously, like JD, but there's a couple people you could slot in to say are good contenders for the next guy to run. But on the Democrat side, I'm trying to be objective here and represent the center rather than just the center right. There's not too many people on the Democrat side that appeal to the center.
Yeah, Fetterman is the most center guy that I've seen in many years.
I would say there's Fetterman. There's also a guy named Dean Phillips, but he's too obscure
Yeah, he doesn't have the name quite yet. And that's the thing is, and if you're of that stripe, they're trying to stifle you within the party as well, right? But
totally.
I mean, if they don't care about the center, they're going to definitely lose. But
if they don't care about the center, they're going to go with AOC.
The last guy that they had that appealed to the center was the last winner they had, which was Obama. You say what you want, he appealed to the center.
Right.
You can argue about lies. You can argue about what he said not being true, but he tried to appeal to the center from the moment he ran in 2008. And even in the 2012 campaign, he was definitely campaigning towards the center. That's how Democrats win. Bill Clinton campaigned in the center. Also, Ronald Reagan campaigned on the center, and so did George W. Bush. This is a proven tactic in American politics.
Yeah.
Trump campaigns on the center, and it drives them nuts because they think that that's not true.
Right. Well,
populism wins votes. If the game,
they think that's exclusively their territory.
The thing with Trump is and I've said this too, is by the time Trump ran, the left had gone so far left that even the center to them was far right, and it still is. I mean, like I was saying before, more joined the show, you have left wingers calling Bill Maher basically like a second Rush Limbaugh now because
Trump is the point at which they did that, though. They decided that Trump was too far, and I'll tell you why, Sam. It's been the same issue since the day he announced running for president, that they've hated him. And it's because he is the first guy in my lifetime that had a chance to win that was talking about fucking illegal immigration. And he won twice because of it. And they still haven't learned their lesson. Like I've said, the majority wants mass deportations. That's irrefutable.
Well, he won thrice because of it, actually.
Well, I'm trying to not get bogged down in an unnecessary argument, right?
Right.
The 2 times everybody acknowledges he won, right? He won on immigration.
Yeah.
Max.
He won on immigration, and it's you can try and import as many voters as you want to outnumber the native population, but the native population of this country, and it's not just white people, don't like getting crowded out for jobs, for housing, for social services, and yes, for welfare, libertarians. Unfortunately, it's a part of life, and the fraud that illegals bring to it ruin it for those people, and they care about that because they're getting jack shit while the illegals are getting 4 or 5 times what they get.
Yeah, well, even in red states, that's the case. So
People like Sam and I have to literally jump through fucking hoops to get the services that we need to survive because fucking illegals are somehow asked less questions than we are.
Yeah, and you have to consistently prove that you are still disabled at some point, and they don't have to prove anything.
Right.
That's what the Save America Act basically boils down to, is that's definitely going to change if it's passed to some degree. But they're trying to play every fucking political... I haven't followed close, Sam, but I know they're playing every zombie filibuster game.
I'm a fucking Chuck Schumer. Sign the fucking Save Act, you piece of shit.
Chuck Schumer needs to just leave. Go away.
That too.
I fucking hated him for so goddamn long.
Sign the fucking SAVE Act or go the fuck away, Chuck. Hypocritical piece of shit.
I would agree. I would agree with that. I would also say that.
Hold on. Isn't he technically your senator too?
Yes.
Yeah.
Listen to your fucking constituency. Not only that, this is not a man who's a far right lunatic, sir. This is a constituent of yours who at one point would have considered voting Democrat.
I am basically a 90s Democrat. I am forced right because they've gone so far left, the left left me, literally.
Yep.
Your constituents that are reasonable. He's not a crazed libertarian either. He's not any of those things. Would like you to pass the fucking SAVE Act, sir. I would say the same for Senator Warren, as well as who's the douchebag over there now for Mass? Yeah, whatever, the old commie.
You want me to consider leaving the right, leaving Trump? Be fucking reasonable, asshole.
Well, that's...
Well, what do they offer you if you leave, right? Nothing. As far as I can tell, nothing.
Yeah,
they don't want to do any deportations at all. Well, the average person wants deportations. Not only that, like I've said, they want them all.
Because people like Chuck and Nancy Pelosi want to keep their fucking manservants.
Even Obama come out this week and said we need to chill on the immigration thing. Did you see that, Sam?
I did actually. I was gonna pull that.
And speaking of Obama, at one point he was literally called the deporter in chief. Why is it okay for Obama to deport people, but not Trump?
No, and I'm glad for him to come out and say, to come out and say to chill out on that issue for that very reason, because it's hypocritical of him to say anything else.
Facts.
Yeah, he had the dreamers, and that's part of why we have the problems that we have. But in return, see, he knew, the Democrats at that point knew what this thing called compromise was. And so they got the dreamers in on that they would do more enforcement on the border, which they did. To some degree, even in silly ways like the Fast and the Furious scandal, right?
Yep.
Or people forget about that, but essentially they were running drugs across the border to try and help with the deportation process. That was Obama. So, yeah, for him to come out against deportations would be hypocritical, but he's been very quiet about it the whole time for almost, 10 years?
Because he has to be, given his previous stances.
Yeah. Well, there's definitely an air of confidence in him speaking the opinion when in the clip. I'm sure it's the one you're bringing up, right, Sam? It doesn't seem like he's afraid of getting canceled for it, is all I'm saying.
Well, it's not showing up on YouTube, so let me see if this is on X. So
okay. Yeah, I don't remember where I saw it specifically, so that's not fair to spring it on you like that. But yeah, he talked about how he even said, I was the deporter in chief. This is a losing issue. He said that the polls are against us and we should focus on issue. Even if you don't agree, you should focus on the issues where we win in the polls, which is obvious, right? It's what James Carville's been screaming at them for years now.
Yeah, they don't really care what
whether we like it or not, they win on healthcare, even though the healthcare state of it is their fault.
Facts.
Yeah.
When the average person listens on healthcare, they think Democrats will do a better job. But do you hear them talking about how they're going to do anything about it? No. They just say, we're going to lose it all. Well, okay. Has Trump gotten rid of it all? No. They got nothing. It's pathetic. Or it's like, what did Biden sell to black voters? Well, if you don't vote for him, you're not black. Oh, so their identity as a person depends upon voting for you. But what else?
Yep.
What else? What else do you got for them?
The only clip I'm seeing, Max, and I think it is worth watching, is this clip from Obama's presidency of him being like pro deportation, just to kind of remind people,
Hell yeah,
that this was the case. So let me see here.
Oh, the kids in cages. Remember that they tried to say we're Trump?
that was Obama.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Obama kept the kids in cages with the tinfoil blankets, guys. Got to get your presidential history right. I'll tell you a good way to catch up on presidential history while you're doing that is you can check out Tyler Cassidy's song, Every President is Gay. It'll give you the real scoop.
That sounds hilarious.
Well, I mean, yeah, but factual.
So, and
there's always a hint in good comedy, a hint of truth in good comedy.
And I'm being rumbled, so I'll be right back.
Oh God, he's leaving us again.
Oh no!
What are we gonna do?
We've got run of the show.
We're gonna get in trouble.
We are. Max is
joke.
gonna show up, isn't he?
Gay pornography. Should I start doing the Jamaican bit again?
Bits and Bones, Friday night at 10 p.m. EST.
There's no reason for you to do the gay pornography bit, Max.
Well, I was just trying to say things that I could say when you were gone.
Unless it drives Maxine crazy, in which case,
go for it.
Yes.
No, I have to work really hard to make her crazy.
Somehow I doubt that, sir.
Well, it takes a lot of time and effort, work. You got to prepare. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
You got to put in those reps. What?
I mean,
Look,
that was.
You want anything good, you got to work for it in life. That's all.
I mean, that was a solid smack, but yeah. So anyway, yeah. So as we've been saying, yeah, deportation used to be like a moderate Democrat stance here, as we can see from Obama during his campaign and during his 2 terms as president.
Even as we are a nation of immigrants, we're also a nation of laws. Undocumented workers broke our immigration laws.
Not anymore, bitches.
And I believe that they must be held accountable. We all agree on the need to better secure the border and to punish employers who choose to hire illegal immigrants. We are a generous and welcoming people here in the United States, but those who enter the country illegally and those who employ them disrespect the rule of law, and they are showing disregard for those who are following the law. We simply cannot allow people to pour into the United States undetected, undocumented, unchecked, and circumventing the line of people who are waiting patiently, diligently, and lawfully. This is not going to be a free ride. It's not going to be some instant amnesty. What's going to happen is you are going to pay a significant fine. You are going to learn English. You are going to go to the back of the line so that you don't get ahead of somebody who is in Mexico City applying.
Learn English? Oh, they must be racists, huh?
They did.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, wait a minute, is this a Trump rally is this a Trump rally I'm watching?
You will learn English. Yay! Oh, a bunch of racists, huh?
Yeah, I want to actually go back and like play
Repeat
that
that.
specifically? Yeah.
Diligently and lawfully. This is not going to be a free ride. It's not going to be some instant amnesty. What's going to happen is you are going to pay a significant fine. You are going to learn English. You are going to go to the back of the line so that you don't get ahead of somebody who was in Mexico City applying legally. But after you've done these things over a certain period of time, you can earn your citizenship. So that it's not something that is guaranteed or automatic. You've got to earn it, but over time, you give people an opportunity. Now, it only works though if you do all the pieces. I think the American people, they appreciate and believe in immigration, but they can't have a situation where you just have 500,000 people pouring over the border without any kind of mechanism to control it. So we've got to deal with that.
Hold on. What about like 14 million?
Well,
Do you have an answer for that? Because Joe Biden was what, like 14 million? 11 to 14.
And I don't know if you caught that at the end, but a woman in the background even said like thank you, or something like that. Like this was an Obama rally in like 2008, and this used to be like
There's also a clip of Bill Clinton from his 1996 State of the Union saying essentially the exact same shit and getting cheered as well. Yeah, it's been a Democrat policy for about 50 years, but they just suddenly, Trump ran for president, said immigration out loud. And because I'll tell you what the difference is, Sam, is that the Bush era Republicans wanted to work with them on the issue and not actually fix anything. Look at the McCain-Bush immigration bill they passed in 2008, I want to say. 2007 or 2008. It's garbage. It was uniparty semi-amnesty. And that's what he was referring to there. He was talking about applying those laws, and then he made another amnesty plea that he was trying to explain in those videos. So, yeah, that deporting illegals is not like a Trump racist. If that's the case, then Barack Obama just led a KKK rally, for fuck's sake. Come on. Learn English. Yay!
Yeah. I mean that used to be the bare minimum.
We don't care what you speak in your own home, but speak English in public.
Or at least in official capacities in business and anything else. I love Spanish music. I love some Spanish television. Their wrestling's a lot of fun to watch. I prefer to watch it in Spanish. These things are all great. Anime is probably better with Japanese voice actors most of the time, right? These things are fine. But if I go to the DMV, motherfucker, everybody should be speaking the same language.
Yeah. Well,
if you need an interpreter, then you don't have the capacity to file official paperwork then, do you?
Well, we all know, Max, that the hour shorts though are best in German. So
that's true.
Like
German or Spanish. Your Spanish voice is like a fucking conquistador or something.
I know, which is wild because I do not speak a lick of Spanish at all. But yet, AI has deemed that my Hispanic accent is fantastic, and I am here for it. So,
we live in interesting times. You can't deny that.
We do.
Been having a lot of fun making content lately, and you've been writing up a storm.
Yeah,
pretty good for us.
Yeah, I would say that I had fun writing this book, but honestly, and I mean, I did enjoy writing it. Don't get me wrong, but this felt more like a cathartic therapy um, thing for me to write this.
I'll tell
and
you what the next one needs more of. Full frontal nudity.
I knew you were going to say something like that because I was thinking it.
He was thinking full frontal nudity, see?
Well, I was thinking boobies more. But
Titties.
yeah, titty.
Sam is a fan of Playboy models, so
That Max Wolf guy had a song about titties that was catchy as shit.
I saw he also had a song that like fishes and
Well, my favorite was the one where he said, Sam W's a dummy. Morthius a dummy. Max Sanders a dummy. That went hard. I feel attacked, Sam. He said we have shows but no class. Like hoes with no ass. That hurt.
That did hurt.
and you know what you do with a hoe with no ass? You throw her back.
Yeah.
That's true. So
he also said the fishy turns its dick inside out, and I'm not sure what that means, so who knows? Crazy stalkers, Sam.
Well, hey man, we've made it, to the big time where we can have, crazy stalkers and whatnot. So
hey, I saw it's not just us. Like Steve got into it with some guy on Twitter, and he's got stalkers now too.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw that exchange. I always love how, there are these people online who are like, and this has happened to me too. But they're always like, nobody watches your podcast, loser. So I'm going to engage with you for the entire day to make sure that you get more viewers.
Well, and usually they do it in such an aggressive and toxic manner that the platform itself like deboosts their shit too. So all they do is feed you more. It's very funny. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, totally.
They never figure that out either.
No, they don't. But
and then after like so many times of it, you don't even see it no more.
Yeah.
And they think, see, this is the thing. We're all busy. Like we rarely sit down and chat these days outside the shows. People don't know that the joke, right? And so, yeah, we ain't looking at none of y'all shit. If you're talking shit about us, I've seen this, Sam, where they're like, "Did you know somebody didn't like Craig?" How the fuck? The fuck? What kind of grown man cares? Go get a job or something. Jesus.
Yeah. I thought your book was terrible.
I care more about shitting on DSP than people that don't like us.
Yeah.
Like, okay. Also, my nuts are itchy. Go tell somebody about that.
Yeah. More. You do kind of go hard on DSP though. I'm not gonna lie.
He deserves it.
I don't even care about DSP as much as you do. It's actually almost impressive.
Yeah, but we all know the one that Sam cares the most about, Mersh.
Because he was nice to you.
Honestly,
it's funny because that's what I was talking about. He was like talking shit a couple weeks ago, right? And what did he say anything on his show or just on Twitter? One, and the answer is we don't fucking know because who the fuck watches Mersh? And two, who the fuck watches Mersh?
I did see
Pod Awful doesn't watch Mersh, and Pod Awful's watching everyone.
I did see a tweet from Mersh where he's like, I can't believe that Sam Whitfield is still around. and I'm like, I could have replied, but I was like, well, I can't believe you're still alive, bro.
Yeah, I can't believe he hasn't OD'd or stroked out. He wants to make fun of you for stuttering on a podcast one time. This man had strokes on camera. Are you serious?
Because of dabs. Let's be real. So
Whatever. I don't do that shit. Let me roll this blunt. We'll talk about how I have no idea about. No, I smoked so much weed on camera. I never fucking female cop gun drawn in my life, Sam. Doggo didn't die.
Okie Dean in chat says Alan Pellicker cares about Mersh. No, not really. Alan Pell is like walking dogs and whatnot.
Yeah,
Okie.
Alan, like the rest of us, might have at one time. But like legitimately, Mersh is streaming nonstop, right? So he probably did talk about you. If somebody has a clip, I'd love to fucking rip. But like, how would I approach digging into Mersh to find it? Right? You got to get what? I'm gonna watch 8 hours of. Yeah, I don't like that guy on the internet. He talk about my cat.
One of the good things about DSP is he actually has a search engine related to him. So we if he ever was to talk about any of us, we could find it quick.
I guess.
DSP has a search engine more?
Yeah, it was created by a couple of the detractors.
Now, see, that's just as fucking cringe as the online guy's behavior.
I agree, but it's funny that it exists.
It is. Now, I have found great joy in taking clips of our show and making songs out of it, and also random people, nobody in particular's tweets. But the crappy AI music will continue until morale improves.
Yeah. Okie Dean says, no, he is Mersh's antagonist. Sam's. Well, I mean,
I don't know. God Awful's been pretty much Mersh's antagonist for several years now.
I mean, according to Mersh, I'm his, and according to Mersh, I was his antagonist.
According to Mersh, everybody's his antagonist. Think about that one.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, imagine being such a bitch and yet wanting people to think you're a guy. The thing about Mersh is I never understood why this person thinks that they pass as a female to male trans. Like, it's so obvious it's a woman. You can just tell by listening to her talk. And the name Mersh, does that sound like a man's name to you? No.
Nope.
that doesn't even sound like a human name,
right?
Honestly.
Like trans people do.
Well, he's not a human.
Female to male trans. Sam, get with it. You didn't know this?
Well, I just found
they
out
were nice to you.
Well, I just found out that that the term Mersh is like your leftover like weed.
Well, no, it's just shitty weed. It's commercial weed.
Yeah.
Like brick weed.
Yeah, so that makes sense.
Yeah, we got the big blunts,
So, whereas you get like
actually like because it's legal here, nobody would sell what you would call Mersh here. Everything here would be mids or higher.
That's true.
Unless you're buying it from some shady guy in his backyard, I guess.
Well, that does qualify a few people then. So, but anyway, well, gentlemen, any other topics tonight?
Viper, the rapper, is posting new music and he's in jail for kidnapping. I have no idea how this occurred. I just thought I would share.
Fascinating.
You don't know who Viper is. He's got his number one hit song, Y'all Cowards Don't Even Smoke Crack.
Oh, fun.
And then later on, he got caught with a woman tied up in his basement for years. Not so fun. I know.
Yeah, well...
He's in jail, and he just put out a video on how to make crack like 2 days ago. So,
well, people be weird like that. What can I say?
Facts.
It's art, Sam. Terrible, awful art. I fucking love it.
As do I.
See, you don't understand the deeper passion play at play here of y'all cowards don't even smoke crack. But think about it. He, the experimenter, the novelty seeker, the risk taker, is shaming you, safe, boring people, because you are cowards that won't even smoke crack.
I mean, what's wrong with being boring and safe?
Crack is whack.
See, that's why you'll never be Viper.
And I'm okay with that because
I want to be Viper.
I don't. It doesn't matter if you want to be him or not, but you never will.
I'm okay with that.
Probably good, yeah.
Same. I mean,
it'd be tough to keep a woman kidnapped and tied up in your basement in a wheelchair. I agree.
Yeah,
I'm sure it can be done.
It's tough enough keeping a woman in your basement at all. See.
It indeed can be. So
sometimes they give you dirty looks, you know.
Only sometimes.
I imagine. I imagine sometimes more and I get dirty looks too, even though we can't see them.
Probably.
That's an affirmative, Sam. All the time. Sometimes I get smacked for you.
Yeah, I know that. So,
but have you ever gotten smacked for more?
Sam. Sam's like, yep, and you deserve to get smacked for me, actually.
Oh, I know that he's gotten smacked for you, Mort. If that's what you were asking.
I was.
I've been smacked for Mort. I've been smacked for Craig. I've been smacked for Sam numerous times. I've been smacked for Shmuley.
Why Shmuley? He never.
No, that's talent.
Why Shmuley? He never does anything wrong. He's such a good boy.
That's true. First neck, yeah, I can that, but she did, babe.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so Shmuley is awesome.
Good name.
So anyway, well, I think we're gonna wrap the show pretty much up. Not too much news that's out there, but once again, thank you everyone for for supporting Sins supporting Sins of the Assassin, also supporting American Inferno. The new book out now in paperback and Kindle edition. Audible coming soon. And all our great music and whatnot that we've been producing here as well. And also Bits and Bones. One more. That's your show, so you want to promo what's on this week?
Bits and Bones Friday night. Honestly, I don't know what we're gonna do, but I'll probably talk about the upcoming Cyberpunk TCG that's set to have its Kickstarter release next week.
Awesome. And Home Invaders too. Gotta shout out Humongous. And
Home Invaders also. Not Home Invaders 2 yet, Sam. Jumping the gun. Buy Home Invaders on Steam, free demo.
yeah, and Humongous also says he'll be launching a C programming textbook soon, so that would be that's interesting. So, and then I know that you and Maxine have your Saturday stream usually, so that's always
we've been
fun.
just doing stuff, man. I'm following the vibe.
So
Vibe has been crazy unhinged fan mail unboxings that include diss tracks. And look, what I need from you all is to answer me this. Who is Max Wolf? This guy's everywhere.
Well, that'll be.
I'm going to be doing something chill, though. I think I actually want to get back to doing my diamond painting. And yeah, so hopefully we're going to try doing that other Saturday or Sunday. We'll see what happens.
Well, that'll be that'll be a good stream as always. And then I've got a few guests lined up to be on the show for Monday. So, and then
when are you going on your podcast book tour, Sam? I want you need to be booked everywhere that they book books. You need to be booking on Book Talks and just booking and talking books.
Well, in all seriousness, that's what I'm trying to do. So if anyone out there does have like an author podcast or a book related podcast that you think I might be good on, reach out to any one of us and let us know. And yeah, I'd be happy to come on anyone's podcast and talk about writing and talk about books. So, but anyway,
accepting bookings for his new book. Sorry.
No, that is the perfect pun actually, because I am in fact accepting bookings for the book. So, and with that in mind, ladies, you can,
and readers. That's
ladies and readers, you can go and purchase a copy of American Inferno, available now in paperback and ebook. Go pick it up. I worked hard on this, and everyone seems to be enjoying it so far. Lots of positive reviews, and thanks to my family for being super supportive, and thank you to you, Max, and to you, Morthis, for supporting me as well, and
always, brother,
being a part of the writing journey. So it's been an honor. So
been a hell of a ride, sir. Many more.
Indeed. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you all on Monday. Until then, take care and God bless. And I will see you on Friday with more of this for Bits and Bones. Buy the book, ladies and gentlemen, and audiobook coming soon. So take care and God bless.
The right to offend is not... The right to offend... The right to offend is not some pet... The right to offend is not some pesky little part of freedom of speech that we have to put up with. It is the heart and soul and lungs of freedom of speech. It is the coursing lifeblood of human progress. It is the instigator of liberty and modernity and science and understanding. What a laughing